Hello and welcome back to 2K15 Universe. It's Friday Night SmackDown. It's Jitch. There he is. Me.
Making his way to the ring. From Silsbee, Texas, weighing 412 pounds, the world's strongest man,
Marcus Henry. My microphone sounds weird. It's bugging me. It kept coming loose where I had it before, so I moved it, and now it sounds really strange to me. It probably sounds fine. It's probably not a big deal, but it sounds weird to me, and I hate it. But it kept coming loose. It was really wobbly. Oh, I'm sorry if this sounds horrible. If anyone even cares about that kind of thing. Anyway, so the Hardcore Championship is what we're starting things off with a spotlight on here tonight, because we have a Falls Count Anywhere match to start things off. Mark Henry up against Curtis Axel. Right now, the Hardcore Champion is Curtis Axel's good friend, the Ryback.
and approaching the ring from Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing 228 pounds, Curtis Axel.
I often forget about this game's motion blur, and then I'll see something like where Axel was just hopping around a second ago, and I'll just be like, oh, you can really see it. It bugs me so much. Only got to deal with that for this season, and then you can turn it off. I don't know why they didn't make that an option in 2K15. Maybe it is like one of those like hidden options, like if you find like the config file or something, there's like more options, but I don't know. I haven't really looked into it because it doesn't bother me that much. I actually get used to it pretty easily. It just looks really strange at times. Anyway, yeah, so we've got a Falls Count Anywhere match between these two starting things off, and then up next following this, we've got another Falls Count Anywhere match. Back-to-back Falls Count Anywheres. Mark Henry taking on Curtis Axel, whilst Ryback takes on The Big Show in two back-to-back matches. And what this is all about is Ryback's Hardcore Championship, which will be defended Sunday night at Payback. No. Payback. Is there even an over-the-limit arena in this game that isn't like from like the Hall of Pain story or something? Because that shouldn't count. I think that was a I hope somebody got fired for that blunder. No, I really do think that was a mistake on their part, though, whatever that was. I don't think that was supposed to be a line that they said, because I'm pretty sure over the limit was gone in this game. Anyway, so I'm sure they'll definitely, absolutely put the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation to good use in this. Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. I thought he was about to go for the World's Strongest Slam immediately. I would have been so amazed. Curtis Axel suffered his first loss since becoming a SmackDown superstar last week on SmackDown, when he was defeated by The Big Show. And now here tonight, he faces off against Mark Henry as he looks to try and silence his doubters and pick up a win on behalf of the Ryback, his tag team partner, and the Hardcore Champion. So I'm aware his name is Ryback, but I don't actually know the origin of the whole the Ryback thing. I don't know who said that first, like where that started. But I like it. I'm a fan. Also, we're getting real choppy frames. I'm going to open my Task Manager up and see if there is some kind of performance problem going on. If my Task Manager will even open, which apparently it will not. What is happening? There it goes. Why is it so laggy? There's literally no reason. Like, my whole computer is at like half usage or less. It's so choppy. That might be because I'm tapped out of it at the moment. To be fair, that's probably not helping. Yeah, I don't know why that happens. I'd always thought, like, for a minute, like, oh, it's just my computer acting up. But actually, having a look in the Task Manager, this, like, literally, like, my CPU is at like 30%. My graphics card's at like 40%. It's only using like 9 of my 16 gigs of RAM. Like, there is no reason for it. It just happens. It must just be, maybe it's a compatibility problem, to be fair. I don't think these games will have been revisited and optimized to work better with Windows 11. So it could just be that, honestly. I mean, what? When this game came out, like, was Windows 10 even out when 2K15 came out? Let me look this up. When did Windows 10 come out? No, it wasn't. It came out in 2015. Yeah, so this just might not be very optimized for this now that I think about it, because I think Windows 8 was the current operating system. I might try running this in a compatibility mode knowing that. Imagine Curtis Axel getting a win over Mark Henry whilst I was checking when Windows 10 came out. That is actually kind of disturbing to know that this game is older than Windows 10. This game doesn't feel that old. To me, anyway. Like, Windows 10 feels like it's been around forever. It just feels like the standard. Windows 11 sucks, by the way. If anyone's watching this and they're like, I'm thinking of updating, don't update. It's not worth it. It's not very good. It's very incompatible with a lot of things. Okay, Mark. What are you cooking? What are you cooking up? He's strategizing. I'm beginning to wonder who a slow, methodical pace benefits in this one. Mark Henry with a ladder in his hands, and oh, ladder beat sledgehammer. Wait, how did that bust Axel open? I'm pretty sure he hit him in the midsection with it. But the medic start. Well, this is only our first of 5 matches tonight on SmackDown. That's right. Unlike last week on SmackDown, we have 5 matches this week because I didn't accidentally simulate a match when trying to set them up. I stand by it. All right, it is my fault, sure, but I stand by that is ridiculous how easy it is to accidentally do that. And the fact that the moment you like press a button to exit the universe menu, it saves. It's like they want you to fuck up. Uh-oh. Oh god, on the ladder. Oh god, on the ladder. Ah! He pins him on top of the ladder. Curtis Axel defeated for the 2nd week in a row. Well, both Mark Henry and Big Show are coming for Ryback's Hardcore Championship. But only one of them can take it off of his hands, assuming Ryback even loses the championship. Were those steps in the ring? Who put those there? I don't actually know if those were there or not. Anyway, Mark Henry gets the win. We'll see if the Big Show can defeat Ryback. What is going on with Mark Henry's singlet? It's melting onto his skin. Feed him. Feed him. A little more. A little more to the left. Team Rocket Ryback here. Wake up.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Las Vegas, weight 291 pounds, the hardcore champion, Ryback.
Well, there he is, everybody's favorite WWE superstar, Ryback, with the Hardcore Championship just about visible around this man's waist. And he is the most successful Hardcore Champion we've ever seen in this series. But he has got one of the toughest challenges coming his way this Sunday. Oh, that hat. Every attire has it. What is this singlet? He just forgot all the details on his outfit for this one. Well, there he is. They call him the Big Mean Bastard. And by they, I mean, I just said that right. Have they ever called him? I feel like he had a shirt that had something like that written on it. Either way, Big Show with his big silly beanie is set to compete against Ryback, the Hardcore Champion. I seriously don't know what's up with Big Show's face and why he looks like he's always crying in this game. I know this was around the time of the crying gimmick, I'm pretty sure. But, or maybe that was coming after. No, that might have been after this game came out. Like, I think it was around 2014. So not after, when this game was finished developing, I think was around the time that, Big Show started the crying gimmick. Because I think that was like during, it was after Bryan won the WWE title, right? Because then Big Show was in the Authority. And then I think it was when he like left the Authority. That's when he started the crying gimmick. I'm gonna Google when did Big Show start the crying gimmick. This is probably gonna have like a million answers because I'm pretty sure they've done this a lot of times. When did Big Show's crying gimmick start? Big Show versus the Authority, the worst of WWE. Shoutouts to WrestleCrap for getting it right. We truly went through some of the worst times in the 2010s. I'm happy wrestling is coming back into popularity again. People are really enjoying the newer product. But, like, holy shit. we went through some bad times. Ironclad contract. Oh my god, there's a time I've not seen him forever. I think it might have already been.
And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we still have what should be a tremendous main event to come.
No, I couldn't have done because the Authority was after Bryan won the WWE title. You're a B+ player. I think it was around the time this game came out. Yeah, I think it was. Every version of Big Show right from worst to best. How is that a list? How is that a list someone's made? Has he really had that many changes? Probably, actually.
Between Ryback and John Cena was just the fourth 3 stages of Hell match in WWE history. Yes, the WWE Championship was on the line, but this wasn't.
Anyway, I feel like I'm getting a little sidetracked here. It just every time he comes to the ring, he looks like he's about to bust out into tears, and I'm thinking that's probably why. It's a shame because he looked great in 14 and 13. Like, a lot of the character models look kind of off in those games. I mean, that's the thing, right? They do kind of look off in this game. This is one of those games where, like, graphically, it looks fantastic, but when you focus on the faces, they all look a little uncanny. They all look just that tiny bit wrong. They fix all that by 16, though, to be fair. I don't remember that being much of a problem in any game after this one. I mean, I think, like... Well, that's not really fair. I was about to say, like, I think, like, 20, they look really bad. But actually, to be fair, I don't think necessarily they looked too bad. Like, if we're talking, like, non-glitch, just how the character models looked. I think the only reason my opinion of how 20 looked is skewed when it comes to character models is because everybody's got that fucking generic menu pose. That has got to be one of the worst ideas of all time, right? As good of a game as 19 was, when it introduced the kid standing at the foot of the bed saying, "Mum, I just threw up" pose for every single character in the game. Fucking hell, that was a horrible choice. Who agreed to have every person do the same generic pose for their render? Those were horrible. I think that only lasted in 19 and 20, but that's 2 games too many if you ask me. That should have never been a thing. I don't think they'd ever done that before, had they? Just had them standing deadpan, straight on. I mean, I think in like the earlier days they'd always use renders. I don't know why they stopped using renders, to be honest. That's more of the question. I think it was... You could kind of see the Hello, Blackjack. You could kind of see the transition for in 16, I think it was, because there was a few characters in that game. Mikey Whipwreck is the only one I can think of off the top of my head. There was quite a few characters in 16 that like didn't have in-game renders. Like like render renders. They used like their character model, which is still a render, but it's a different type. I think Big Show is about to get beat as I'm talking about nothing. I think it was maybe like the limitations for like, oh, we don't have renders for everybody or whatever. So, I mean, they have a whole like graphics department though. They could make a render. So I don't know, actually, that excuse doesn't work. Big Show managing to kick out of the shell shock on the concrete. I wonder how long this episode of SmackDown is going to take to get through. I want to do Payback today because... Wait a minute. It's not December yet. Gorilla press into a cover. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Oh. Almost. But yeah, I want to do Payback as well today because I'm going to be honest. I think the build to the first couple pay-per-views is just a little difficult. I might have spoken about this recently, or I've been thinking it. One of the two. Like, this is like a period of time in the series that I always think I have struggled with, because post-Mania, like Money in the Bank / SummerSlam time, it's a little hard to necessarily be invested in. I think they always see a bit of a decline in interest, like in real life, around this time. Will it be? Why is my external hard drive lit up? There's no reason for that. Well, these two are laying it all on the line, and they'll meet again this Sunday for the Hardcore Championship, in a match also featuring the man who just won his prior match, Mark Henry. It'll be a triple threat, no elimination. Ooh, WMD! Busted him open, but Big Show just put like a finger on him. Anything. What are you doing? Cover attempt. And the knockout punch knocks out the Hardcore Champion. And the odds right now when it comes to this Sunday's Hardcore title defense, they are so against him. You gonna cry? Wow, there you go. Are we looking... oh my god! Are we looking at the next Hardcore Champion? The Big Show. Oh my.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship. Making his way to the ring from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing 210 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Daniel Bryan.
I was about to say, what if instead of the yes catching on, he actually said yeah? And then I realized that yeah is the current gimmick. Yeah! I still remember, and a lot of people won't know about this because people didn't really watch TNA, especially during that time period. But I still remember when Eli Drake was in TNA, and there was an app that you could download that had the dummy button. There are people who like LA Knight that have never heard of the dummy. Dummy, yeah! But there was an app, and I wish I could download it again. I miss it greatly.
From Palo Alto, California, weighing 247 pounds, the self-professed intellectual savior of the masses, Damien, Sandow.
Well, this guy has been persistent, to say the least, in wanting the Intercontinental Championship. And last week, he saved Dolph Ziggler from a post-match attack from Daniel Bryan, who had heard enough. And this Sunday at Payback, it will be Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. But there seems to be an interesting situation right now surrounding the challenger for Daniel Bryan and his championship, because Dolph Ziggler has set his sights on Daniel Bryan's Intercontinental Championship, but also Damien Sandow seems to want a shot at Bryan's Intercontinental Championship. And most notably, last week during Sandow versus Ziggler, The Miz made an appearance on SmackDown, which we still have not gotten any explanation as to why or even how The Miz has managed to be a part of Friday nights. But here tonight, Daniel Bryan, a fighting champion as ever. He has said he will defend his championship not just this Sunday at Payback against Dolph Ziggler, but tonight against Damien Sandow. And obviously what Bryan seems to not even want to acknowledge is that he might not make it to Payback with the Intercontinental Championship coming out of this one. This is a risky move. Now, I understand Daniel Bryan, he has been on fire lately. He's a humble, respectable guy, but even he has to be well aware of the momentum that he has been building lately, and it's got to be making him feel just a little bit invincible. And I hope that doesn't come back to bite him. I hope his confidence, his hubris, doesn't cost him here tonight the Intercontinental Championship, or this Sunday at Payback. I hope that Daniel Bryan can continue to thrive. Obviously, the Intercontinental Championship has a pretty long lineage of long, impressive reigns and multiple successful defenses. In fact, the Intercontinental Championship recently elevated Andre the Giant to this Sunday's WWE Championship match between Andre and Dean Ambrose at Payback. It has done nothing but boost the careers and stocks of mostly everyone who's held it. I think probably the most underwhelming Intercontinental Champion we've had since the title's inception in terms of like success is probably Justin Gabriel. as much as I love Justin Gabriel's in-ring abilities, I feel like he's probably the only one I can think of off the top of my head that hasn't necessarily shined after winning the Intercontinental title. You know, Miz went on to become WWE champion. I don't even remember who Miz lost it to now. Who was the second Intercontinental champion? I actually don't remember. John Morrison had a very lengthy reign. Booker T definitely went on to become a very highly rated top star. The Rock, obviously. What more do you need to say? John Cena, of course, was already a former world champion, but I believe he went on to win another one after that. Rey Mysterio, actually, maybe not so very... I mean, right now, I'd say he's doing great as NXT champion, so maybe, I don't know. That's a bit of a gray area there. You know, he did have that fall from grace, but I think it was actually Rey that beat Miz. And Brett, of course, went to become World Heavyweight Champion. And Big Show, too. Christian's no, he's had some pretty great runs as tag champs. Although I think those came before the Intercontinental title reign. I'm just trying to think over every single Intercontinental champion. Yeah, I think generally speaking, it's been pretty huge, and I would undeniably have to admit that Daniel Bryan is bound for a WWE Championship opportunity. Right now, I think, surprisingly, the Intercontinental title is the only thing stopping him from that. Cover attempt off of the multiple kicks to Damien Sandow, who gave Daniel Bryan some serious side-eye with the cover. And Bryan has been all over Sandow. Has Sandow gotten any offense in this match? Uh-oh. This may be the beginning of the end. Psycho knee. Everybody bleeds on Friday nights. Cover attempt off the knee. It's already over. Just like that, Daniel Bryan retains the Intercontinental Championship. This is his first defense, by the way. That was a one-sided match, no doubt. Damien Sandow, for a former World Heavyweight Champion, an accomplished tag champion, a Grand Slam, I believe. Oh no, is he a Grand Slam? I don't remember. Either way, Damien Sandow, not one to be taken lightly. And Daniel Bryan picking up a very quick, very dominant, decisive title retention against him tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Hollywood, Florida, weighing 213 pounds, Dolph Ziggler.
Well, obviously, just moments ago, we saw Daniel Bryan retain his Intercontinental Championship against Damien Sandow, but will he be able to pull off back-to-back title defenses? Daniel Bryan will be defending against this man come Payback this Sunday. I genuinely hope Daniel Bryan can pull it off, but obviously, well, I think that's the thing, is any other given superstar, I would think to myself, maybe not. But Daniel Bryan, I gotta believe that he's ready. That he believes in himself enough, and that his time has come. And I think he will be able to pull off the back-to-back title defenses. We've only seen one guy in the history of that championship be able to pull off back-to-back title defenses multiple times over. That is Booker T. He did that so many times, including 3 times in one night, I remember. It's Christian.
From Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing 212 pounds, Christian.
Well, Christian returning back to Friday Night SmackDown, returning to action here tonight. Christian has not been seen since WrestleMania when he came up short in the high-stakes Battle Royal. He got to be there in the corner of his lifelong best friend, someone he calls a brother, Edge, as he main evented WrestleMania and won the World Heavyweight Championship. Christian says that obviously, as happy as he is for Edge being drafted to Raw, it's time for his career to hit the reset button. It's time for him to return to singles competition. And Christian, much like a lot of superstars on SmackDown, would love to get his hands on the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, starting next week, following Payback, there'll be Money in the Bank qualifiers, and you never know, maybe Christian will set his sights on the Money in the Bank briefcase. Sorry, I really had to cough there. I tell you, no matter what Christian decides to do, SmackDown is definitely full of some very, very game competition, and it can be a little hard to get your foot in the door, so he's really got to try to impress here tonight against Dolph Ziggler.
You're witnessing something special.
Also, I kind of forgot, because Christian got a new entrance for the One More Match mode. I kind of forgot that Christian's entrance is like really long from this game onwards. I'm pretty sure that it's the same animation they use for every game Christian's in after this. And it is so long. How many? I feel like Christian hasn't been in a WWE game in like really long. Is that right? Let me have a look here. Obviously, I don't really like talking about like, oh, you know, this guy won't be in after this point, but I gotta admit, I'm a little curious. Like, what is Christian's final appearance in the WWE game? Because I feel like I have it in my head that it's not actually all the way up to 20. Oh, okay. Yeah, he doesn't miss a single game up to 20. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Some reason, I don't know why, I thought like, oh, he wasn't in like 17 or something. Like, I feel like I stopped using him in like my original Universe series, either in like 16 or 17, and I couldn't figure out why. You know what it was? It was probably because I was so focused on using all those great.
Christian with the excellent move.
Lucha Underground and TNA people, and you know, my really overcrowded roster of random alumni and stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of glad Community Creations isn't available, because one of my biggest regrets historically is how much I overused just everyone. There's just too many people. I'm kind of glad that I'm limited to just the in-game roster, because it means no one gets overlooked that's already here.
How many times have we seen him crying about getting one more match? Come on.
So far, Christian looking pretty good in this one here tonight. Obviously, that's the thing, is like, there's a lot of pressure on Christian right now. You know, a lot of people... It's one of those things where, like, a lot of people just expect jealousy. They expect Christian to be envious of Edge. They expect him to be, well, when's my world title reign? When's my shot? How am I going to get to the top? He won the world title. He left me behind. This is all agendas I've heard put into the mouth of Christian. Not things Christian himself has said or felt, but things people expect him to be going through with Edge becoming world champion. And in a way, I can understand, yes. He had to stand by at WrestleMania and watch Edge win the World Heavyweight Championship. Knowing he's never, knowing he hasn't been in a World Championship scene for such a long time. He is, you know, the main eventer of the first WrestleMania, where he won the WWE Championship. I thought that was it. But, you know, it's been a long time since he's been anywhere near a World Championship. Kill switch. Connecting on Dolph. Oh wow, I forgot we had the pin combo one. Shout out to one more match. I'll play that eventually. And there you go. That is not a good sign for Dolph Ziggler. Losing to Christian just 2 days before he challenges for the Intercontinental Championship. And Dolph showing some respect for Christian here tonight. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. I'd pull a face like Christian as well. Don't trust Dolph Ziggler. Well, it is main event time.
The following six-man contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, Fandango.
And for the first time since making his SmackDown debut, the Friday night sensation, Fandango, is in the main event. This Sunday at Payback, Fandango teams up with Shawn Michaels to challenge the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions in history, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. Meanwhile, their partner, Andre the Giant, challenges Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship. So here tonight, Fandango, Shawn Michaels, Andre the Giant, the dreamiest of dream rotations, set to face off against the Shield in what has got to be one of the strangest men. Wow, his entrance is a lot faster without Summer Rae. I kind of prefer it. I'm going to be honest. I kind of prefer how quick that was. That was way better. What are you wearing, Shawn? What are you... I forgot about this attire. Shawn Michaels is not dressed to compete tonight, folks. He's just being fashionable. He's just being fashionable, you know. He's a tag team partner of Fandango. He knows Fandango. He's a little quirky. He's a little strange. And Shawn Michaels, he just wants to match shit, alright? That's all it is. He just wants to be stylish like his tag team partner. I respect it. Well, Fandango and Shawn Michaels could be the next WWE Tag Team Champions. Paul Heyman sees something in this potential pairing. That's why he gave them an opportunity to get a WWE Tag Team Championship match. And they defeated Big E and Stone Cold. I mean, that's a very impressive pairing to be able to overcome. Hands off the merchandise. You sick fucks.
weighing 476 pounds, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
What the hell? Whoa. What happened? There it is. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. What's happening? My OBS got messed up. What are you doing? What are you doing? Huh. Yeah, that got really messed up. Oh boy. I accidentally clicked something and it like broke everything. This doesn't matter to the stream? To the video at all. So don't worry about it, but just well, there you go. Andre the Giant joining his partners Fandango and Shawn Michaels, and this guy has never really been one for tag teams and buddy-buddy situations.
At a total combined weight of 707 pounds, the WWE Tag Team Champions, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, The Shield.
But this trio, on the other hand, are deadly. They are as big and as bad as it gets. And they are all decked out in the WWE Championship gold. These guys have been on top. Well, I mean, the tag champs have been champions since, God, I don't know. We got to be closing in on a year soon. And Dean Ambrose has been WWE champion since February. I wonder if any of their reigns will come to an end this Sunday at Payback. Dean Ambrose has got a very tough uphill battle to fight, and right now there seems to be a little bit of, not necessarily tension between the Shield, but tension in the air, in the sense that the Shield, Rollins and Reigns, have been able to defeat Andre the Giant in singles competition. Meanwhile, the WWE Champion Dean Ambrose has lost to Andre, I believe, 3 different times on the road to Payback. I don't know that Ambrose has ever gotten a victory over the Giant. So there is definitely an unfavorable odd stacked against the defending champion this Sunday. Whether or not that causes issues for him down the line, I don't know. Either way, I'm expecting this match to go incredibly long. I'm very aware that a 6-man tag was not the smartest match type to go for. Don't get me wrong, I'm painfully aware this was not a good idea. But when the angle calls for it, sometimes you just have to take it on the chin. You gotta take that sacrifice. And that's exactly what this is right now. I'm painfully aware that this is the right match for this time. This is the only match that makes me think I might not be able to do Payback today, because this might... I feel like this match, it fits the angle, but I feel like this has been the reason I've been kind of a little reluctant to record SmackDown recently, because it's... I know this match is going to take forever. I love everybody in this match. I love the idea of this match. In a game where they actually sold and, you know... I mean, they do sell in this game, don't get me wrong, but tag matches are just a disaster. Tag made to Roman Reigns. Fandango getting absolutely decimated by the Shield right now. And yeah, that right there. Shawn Michaels just did. is the reason I have been very reluctant to do tag matches, because it takes like half a second for them to get into the ring and break up a pin. And it makes these things take forever.
Gets out of trouble there.
Pretty sure it was 17 where they introduced the rollout mechanic, which I think is what helps make tag team matches flow better. Multi-man matches in general flow a lot better once they added the rollout. I think that's another one of those functions that I think they might have taken out in like 22. I personally liked it, but I understand they wanted to go for more of a gameplay heavy rather than simulation style. You want to know something that really bugs me in the newer games? So I was watching, oh, Superman punch to Shawn Michaels. Ooh, ah! Doesn't make the sound. And of course, we're going to see plenty of these in this match, I'm sure. Triple powerbomb to Shawn Michaels, as his partners do not come in to help him. Roman Reigns into the cover. Rollins, Ambrose, focused on leaving the ring, not protecting their partner. Classic AI moment. Yeah, one thing that really bugs me, because I watch New Legacy's SummerSlam simulation of 2K24. Or was it? I think it was that. I really hate... This is such a pet peeve. This is not a big deal, but I really hate the, like, walk animation that a lot of people have in the newer games, where they've got like the two fists up and they like sidestep. Because no one does that in a wrestling match. That is straight up not how anyone in a wrestling match moves. I cannot think of a single wrestler that walks around the ring with their fists up. It's a little like the block button, where you like throw your fists up to block a move. No one does that in wrestling. That's not a wrestling thing. That's a fighting game thing. It's so weird. Like, I get that they wanted to make it more casual, less simulation, more fighting game style. You know, they had button combos and stuff, but like, that's why I didn't buy 24 right away. That's why it took me a while. I still don't have 24. That's why I didn't buy 23 right away, is what I should say. I remember playing 22 and being like, I don't really like the direction they're going in, and then they stuck to it. And I have not much liked the last 3 games, necessarily gameplay-wise. You can get some great matches out of the newer ones, for sure. But, you know, they've removed, like, selling, and there doesn't seem to be quite an emphasis on stamina. The matches just seem to go a million miles per hour, and it seems to take like 9 finishes to win matches sometimes. And I just don't really like the new style very much for the kind of experience I personally want in the wrestling games. They don't really feel like wrestling games. I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird because they're like the greatest games these days, and also the some of my least favorite. It's very, very strange and hard to explain. They look amazing, though. I won't deny that. The graphics look great. As they probably should. I see a lot of comments where people say that this looks just as good as 24 whenever I upload episodes of this, though. And I don't know if I'd go that far. This game does look great, though. I don't think it looked quite this good on the PS4 and Xbox One, from what I remember. I think this is PC upscaling, making it look a little better than, which obviously then affects, like, you know, how people look back on it. I don't really know why I'm even talking about this stuff. I feel like this just happens. I just like to talk about whatever. I mean, the problem with this match is there's really no point in me trying to call it, because it's gonna have so many false finishes before it ends on the most random move. Andre, whoa. Dazed a little bit there. Tag made to Roman Reigns. Has Dean Ambrose really been tagged in this match very much? I feel like the tag champs have definitely stolen the spotlight here tonight. Roman just stomping on Andre repeatedly. Diving headbutt. Roman. Oh. Okay. Tag made to Dean Ambrose. The W champion getting in the ring with the man that he will defend against this Sunday at Payback. Ambrose has had such an uphill struggle road to Payback. Andre has humiliated the W champion more times we can count. And for both Reigns and Rollins to be able to defeat Andre the Giant in singles competition in the last couple of weeks, something Ambrose has not been able to do, this has probably got Ambrose doubting himself. You know, am I the weak link of the Shield? Am I the problem? Oh! Tries to kick out the leg. Andre not even knocked off his feet. DDT. And again! Big DDT to Andre the Giant. So far, no one's walked out on each other in this tag. I'm very impressed. And again, another DDT. I guess Ambrose, he can't exactly pick him up on his shoulders, throw him around the ring, you know, suplex or anything like that. So just keep dropping him on his head. Soften up that cranium for his finishing move. Andre, you see the way Andre just does not stop getting back to his feet. So big he overblew the shot and missed. Andre now taking Ambrose closer to the center of the ring. He grinds the boot across his face. You know, the Shield have, I believe, never lost in a 3-on-3 situation. They've been around for over a year at this point in this series. They have never lost this type of a matchup. Six-man tag has always been their advantage. Down goes Dean Ambrose. Fandango coming in hot, trying to get a victory over the WWE champion. Think about what that could mean for Fandango. He could be one day in contention for the WWE championship. Someone out there is salivating at the thought of that. Ambrose goes for the tag. Shawn Michaels with the reversal. Michaels, no stranger to the Shield. They were all on Raw just last season. Oh! Super kick out of nowhere to Roman Reigns right in front of Rollins, though. What are you doing? Rollins almost didn't get there to break that up in time.
His partner's being punished and he's seen it up.
Reverse suplex by Shawn Michaels. As we, I think, have just passed the 10-minute mark on this match. Really no sign of anyone giving up in this one. I mentioned before, Andre the Giant, obviously, very much a stranger. Oh, the tag team competition. Superman punch on Shawn Michaels, and Fandango very quick to break that up. Yeah, this is really not Andre's environment. I know he started out on NXT, part of the Heenan family with King Kong Bundy, but that was a long time ago. And did not last very long either. Bobby Heenan, by the way, still the manager of Andre the Giant. A lot of people don't realize that. He's not always present for his matches, but Bobby Heenan is the manager of Andre the Giant. Oh! I imagine he'll be right there in his corner for his WWE Championship match at Payback. And I wonder who Ambrose will choose to be in his corner for the for his WWE Championship match from the Tag Team Champions. Because both Rollins and Reigns, by defeating Andre, have earned the right to be in the corner of the WWE Champion for his title defense. I have a horrible feeling with Andre losing to both Rollins and Reigns, Ambrose is going to feel like he has something to prove, and he's not going to want either of the Shield members in his corner. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid Ambrose is going to say, listen, guys, I appreciate the sentiment, but I want to go in there and do what you guys did by myself. And that would be a huge mistake for the WWE Champion, if you ask me, because I guarantee you Bobby Heenan will be in the corner of Andre the Giant.
There's the tag, and he's ready to roll.
Ambrose makes the tag to Roman Reigns. And if any man could use his strength to lift the Giant from the Shield, this is the guy. Big diving headbutt. Roman just rolling him around. What are you trying to do, Roman? I do not know. Roman really came off with that hot tag and didn't really know what to do with it. Has there ever been a wrestler called Ryan? Now that I think about it. I actually can't think of anyone who was called Ryan. I don't know where that would have came from.
And now, Andre the Giant pushing forward.
Okay. Here comes Fandango. Interesting tag choice by Andre the Giant. I mean, I'll give Fandango credit. His partners have believed in him to hold his own here. I mean, Andre has experienced firsthand. Fandango can go. Fandango can take you to your limits if given the right opportunity. And he's in perfect position. He was in perfect position for his leg sweep that would set up for his top rope leg drop. But he didn't go for either of those things. There it is. The leg sweep. Fandango. Is he going to go for the leg drop? Is he going to go for the cover? He is going to fall to his knee, as he does not have a lot of fight left. Oh, come on, Fandango. You can't be serious. How do you expect to win the tag team titles with a mindset like that? He dropped the leg, brother. Roman Reigns into the cover right in the Shield's corner. Smart move. Smart move. But that's a kick out still. That's about how close into your partner's corner you're going to need to be if you want to get a pinfall in an arena, in a ring as small as the 2K15 ring. Reigns going for it again. And Michaels. Tag made to Seth Rollins. 15 minutes into this match. And no one is slowed down at all. Fisherman suplex right in front of the partners, though. I think that's one of the things about this game that bugs me in these tag matches is like, as soon as you hit that pin button, the partners get in the ring, but the referee takes really long to start the count. And that's one of the reasons that tag matches like the pins get broken up so fast. This would be a horrible way to finish this match. Uh-oh. Oh. The game crashed. The game crashed. I'm not restarting the match. The game crashed. No! I've never seen that happen before. What? It just crashed. The match went to a no contest. I'm so sorry for such a flat finish, but that was 15 minutes deep. I am not sitting through that again. The game crashed. No contest. Really bad finish. I'm sorry, but I'll see you at Payback. I can't sit through that again. I'm sorry. See you at Payback.